Well, the principle that Archbishop Lefebvre gave applies, which is, he said back in 89, 90, all those years when St. Peter's was spreading, he said, people asked him, can we go to the Latin Mass of St. Peter's? They have the Mass, it's valid, can't we go? He said publicly many times, no. The reason is because they accept Vatican II, they accept the new Mass, they accept the new code, and because of these compromises on doctrine, it's going to affect those who go to that Mass. The priest compromised, the whole parish compromised, and it's going to be a grave danger to the faith. So he said that ambiance is going to be poisonous to the souls who go to that Mass, even if it's a valid Mass. So, for example, in St. Peter's Parish and St. Michael's in Scranton, the priests were told, don't preach against the new Mass anymore, no more books in the bookstores condemning the new Mass, no books of Archbishop Lefebvre. Don't make a fuss with women coming who don't have veils or pants. So it's just that yellow seedbed of losing their faith, and that's what's the same situation is now applicable to our, the new SSPX. The fact is they have officially, Bishop Fillet wasn't speaking a private opinion. He was speaking on behalf of the whole SSPX, that with that doctrinal declaration, that the new Mass he accepts as legitimate. We can never do that. He accepts the new Code of Canon Law. He accepts, which is loaded with heresies. He accepts, in the name of the Society, Vatican II and religious liberty. And these things are just such a betrayal to Christ the King and to the faith to even compromise in the slightest way. So that is the position of the SSPX. I wish it wasn't. We can't change it. Bishop Fillet has not rejected it. And that puts all of us in a position of red light. You can't go to what is going to be dangerous to your faith. Even though it's a valid Mass, as Archbishop Lefebvre said, the ambiance is going to poison you. And that's the principles laid down by Archbishop Lefebvre, and just the principles of the Catholic faith. God punished severely the Israelites when they started compromising the true religion. And he punished them severely and forbade it. So in St. John, the Apostle of Charity, he's the one that says, if a heretic comes denying the faith, don't even greet him, says St. John. So, when you have leaders of the society who have compromised the faith, you should rattle their cage, you should write to them, you should, talk to the priests and get on them to act, to oppose, to be priests, to preach against all this betrayal to Christ the King. But the bottom line is we have to keep the faith. And you look in history, you have in the French Revolution, you have also in Mexico during the persecutions, you have also in Ukraine during the Western Schism. People would not go to the valid Masses. They would not go because they knew the priests had compromised. And once you know the priests have compromised, you participate in his compromise by participating in his public worship, which is what the Mass is. It's a public act. So to publicly assist at a Mass of a priest who publicly compromises his position on the faith, you are, by that fact, participating in his betrayal. And the same in Hungary, the Pax priests. Bishop Lefebvre mentioned this a few times in his conferences. The Pax priests who said they would no longer speak out against communism, they won't condemn it. And the Catholic people refused to go to their Mass. It was valid, and it was the old Latin Mass. And same with the modernists 100 years ago, condemned by Pius X. They all said the Tridentine Latin Mass, they all wore the cassock, but the Catholic people would no longer go to their Mass because of the doctrinal position. So if we're true to the principles of doctrine and true to the principles laid down by Scripture, tradition, Archbishop Lefebvre, and common sense, and our catechism, the conclusion is, depending on what people know, but objectively speaking, it is very dangerous to the faith now to participate in those masses. And it's sad that's the case. I wish it was different, but that's what it is.